So I'm here with Dan Bateman, reflecting back over 20 years of what it means to be Team Oregon. I took a few notes, as I think what I have to say is important, and I want to recall it. Early in the program, we mentored with Steve Garrett's under the old MRC RSS program in Monmouth in March, in the rainiest 4 days of the year, I think. Those 4 days were grueling, they were distressing, they were stressful. I referred to it as the boot camp. Anyone that's been through it knows exactly what I'm talking about in terms of how much information was packed into those 4 days, but I will tell you the effort was worth it. I have to tell you about one of my favorite bikes that I still think about occasionally. I see it at headquarters every once in a while. It's the old CB125. I call it the bike that you can't kill. Several of those machines had a lot of miles on them, and they just kept ticking. That was a fun one. I have to say a word about my colleagues, the people that I have trained with, the people that I have worked with over the years. I wrote a few things down, and I'd like to tell you what those are. The things that come to my mind when I think of my colleagues are the words passion, dedication, tireless effort, and enduring commitment. And those are the things that I have experienced working with the general population of what we call Team Oregon. And that is why I think that we are a team. A couple other things that come to my mind: accountability and edification come to my mind. When I say that, I refer to the idea of how we work together to strengthen one another, to make one another better instructors, and I can think of all the mentors in my time that have worked with me to make me a better instructor, and that is one of my passions, is to educate and help to produce better instructors. I want to say a word about our leadership. Of course, I trained under Steve Garrett. Most of you remember Steve as a man of tireless effort and tireless energy, and it was his program. He was there to see that we provided quality education for our students. Let me say a word about our students. One of the things that has really struck me profoundly about what we give to our students, the passion, the dedication that I mentioned that we give to our students, we see that not only in how they ride their motorcycles, but in all areas of their life. I can't tell you how many times I've had a student come up to me, sometimes 5-10 years later. I remember you were my instructor. And they tell me of life lessons that they've applied over the years, not only with motorcycling, but in all areas of their life. And so that's one of the things that I really embrace about this program, is that we're here, we're changing behavior, but we're changing lives too. And that is really powerful. So we impart technique, we talk about judgment, we talk about sound judgment. In the end analysis, what we're really doing is giving these tools to our general population, to our students, to help improve their lives, improve their riding experience, and improve their lives. Let me say a word about stewardship. I have profoundly enjoyed the time that I've had as an instructor, working with, again, a cadre of dedicated professionals who, in the Old Testament sense, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. That has been my experience. We come together in that sense of accountability, in that sense of professionalism, and we make each other better instructors. And that has been really a powerful experience. Steve Garrett used to talk about the circle of trust. Trust, confidence, success. We still see that today in our leadership, in our cadre of professional instructors, and in the quality of education that we provide. Last thing I want to talk about, celebration. I really enjoy the way Team Oregon comes together, not only in the sense of annual rewards or awards, but the way we come together in celebration, maybe after a difficult course, and we've had students that have made it, or students that maybe require some additional training. We celebrate our successes, And that is really powerful. The students see that. I think they embrace that. And in a sense, they embrace that lifelong learning that we, as a team, as an organization, embrace. It's been an amazing 20 years. I'm hoping to go 30, maybe 40. I do have to beat Al Alt. I think he has 30, so I have to beat that. So yeah, hoping for another 20 more. Thanks, Dan.